Everyone, this is the Air Bear 2000, and no, we have not stopped doing Deadlands. It's just been really hard for us to get together because we have such hectic work schedules, and some of us have to drive 350 miles to get to our colleges.
Yes.
And Wade has been doing stuff in the meantime.
I have a total of 7 notebooks, all varying size and color, but generally about this size, full of information. Like, almost completely filled out. Joe needs to stop. Blam. I missed. So I have things like... This one's actually going to be used for, like, the basic story stuff. Like, all just, like, their important NPCs and the path they're supposed to relatively follow is in here. Obviously, if they go off track, I'll just find ways to get them back on without railroading. Then I have a book full of all the creatures they're going to be fighting and non-essential NPCs that they may or may not wind up having to kill if they do the wrong thing. Then I have another book where it's almost like a punishment book if they wind up doing really terrible with role-playing and do something that, like, the heartless, bloodthirsty mercenary decides to save a city of people because he wants to. That's not role-playing the mercenary very well, and therefore I'm going to have to punish the player for doing badly. It's not going to be like a terrible punishment, because you'd be like, hey, you should probably roleplay properly. Whereas, it also has punishments in there if they personally give me grief, like when Jerry and Dan were arguing about, what was it?
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yes. If that happens and takes up that much time of the RPG ever again...
Speaking of which, I have since watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and it's not as good as I remembered it.
Apparently.
Continue.
If stuff like that happens during the RPG again, more specifically like that as well, out of just nowhere, there's going to be a penalty for it. It might be on your next roll get a -2, for something like that, like you each get a -2 on your next roll. I don't care what the additional penalties are or whatever, you're getting a -2 automatically. Or if it starts becoming like more obnoxious things, like they don't stop arguing when I ask them to, or they get like really up in each other's face, or in like another player's face for no reason, or in my face, it's going to be things like -6 for the rest of the night, or things like that. And if they're just really a douchebag, I might just kill off their character, if they start to just not listen to me at all. My environment, I'm going to keep it calm and happy. Then I have a book that's the complete opposite, that's for rewards. Like, say, the heartless, mercenary, cold-blooded killer decides to kill the entire city. Well, that's in his character. I'm going to give him a Benny for it. He's going to get a special token for it. He gets a bonus. Also, if players do the opposite of pissing me off, like stopping... Like, say, if Tim had jumped in and stopped Dan and Jerry from arguing that entire time, he would have gotten a special bonus for it.
He did make an attempt.
He did make an attempt, but he failed. But in that case, he still would have gotten a special bonus for it, like a +2 to his next roll. And obviously those can stack as well, just as the negative effects can. As far as campaign-wise is concerned, I have fleshed out the world more, so there's actual, like, environments and whatnot. It's not just, you're in a place with a city. It's, you're in this desert-like landscape full of this, this, and this. There's a mountain range in the background. And there's a small dying river that you can see because it's been drying up because it hasn't rained in forever. But it's there, and it'll actually, help set the tone. It's going to be more lively with more non-essential NPCs in, like, every town just walking around that they can interact with. And there's going to be an essential NPC following them that's going to replace Rose. She's getting removed. Well, not removed. She's going to be working with Dan now. It's going to be more specifically, he wanted to be leadership, so she's going to be following him. But I have a new NPC that's... It's going to seem overpowered, and combat-wise it really will be, but it's not going to really, like, intervene much unless she needs to. Yes, it is another female one. That really doesn't matter. But it's going to be there just to help out with the group and be my way of giving story-important plot points to help move along, without, like, just being like, hey guys, go here. As to be like, well, she says she wants to go this way. What do you guys want to do? And it's going to be kind of like, hint, hint, hint. Dungeon Master saying, go that way, go that way, go that way. So I'm hoping all this helps keep the story running better and smoother. And I have, I want to say a good another 16 worth of sessions written down. Of just things to do, puzzles, combat. I'm getting really bored and it's coming out to be a lot of information. These guys need to hurry up and get together to do this. That's all I've got to say. Should be fun. Hasta la pasta.
So obviously there's a lot to look forward to. In the meantime, I hope you like the videos I have been putting out, and I hope you stick around to see more. See you around.